Well, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose 28-23 here at Raymond James Stadium against the New England Patriots. There's no issues losing to a team like the Patriots. They only have 2 losses on the season. But it's the way that the Buccaneers performed that's going to give fans a lot of question marks heading into next week and the week after that, because the schedule does not get any easier. You got to play at the Bills, at the Rams before things lighten up. When discussing this game, it could not have drawn up a better start. 6 plays, 65 yards. Offense moved the ball right down the field, and they score that touchdown with Emeka Egbuka. 6 receptions, 115 yards, and a touchdown for Emeka. He looked healthy. He looked good. Also want to spotlight Cade Otton, 9 receptions, 82 yards. Those were 2 of the big horses, and then you had Tez Johnson chipping in for a couple of tutties, 4 and 42 for him. But again, it's a little bit too start and stoppy for the offense. They get going, and then they hit lulls, and it's 3 and out, and then they get going a little bit again. They get a field goal, and then 3 and out. That's been the theme for the last few games for Tampa Bay, and they haven't seemed to figure it out. They actually ran the ball pretty well against the best rushing defense in the league. Sean Tucker had north of 50 yards. No other tailback has been able to do that against the Patriots. So they were finding successes. They just couldn't really put it all together in one drive consistently enough to keep putting up points, and that was a big problem. Baker Mayfield wasn't sugarcoating anything after the game. You know, he said, we need that killer mentality. The details aren't good enough. We got to fix things immediately in practice. So he looked like a guy who was ticked off. After the bye week, everybody you thought was going to come back refreshed, and maybe they were, but the details and the crispness just was not there. And we're still not seeing Baker Mayfield run as much as we did to begin the season. And you have to wonder, is he still nursing something? Is he still protecting his body? So the team didn't even commit any turnovers. There were things to like about the offensive performance. It was just clunky. And clunkiness is the best way to describe what we've seen for the past few games from this team. Defensively speaking, 4 plays resulted in 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Levante David said after the game, inexcusable stuff. He said it is fixable, but that's also kind of where the game was decided as well. Outside of the touchdown drive at the end of the first half, where they were able to get Stephon Diggs there in the back of the end zone with seconds left, the Patriots didn't really make any big drives down the field. Drake May was 16 of 31. Like, the defense did a really good job, but 4 huge explosives determined the result of this game. It all seemed fairly preventable, and so we're going to have to see what happens next week when this team heads up to Buffalo against a Buffalo squad that looked terrible in Miami. You know they're going to look to bounce back against the Buccaneers there. So that's really what it comes down to. This team has bounced back really well after losses in the past. They have yet to lose back-to-back games, so that's encouraging. All fans are always wary of the midseason lulls from this team because it's happened under Todd Bowles multiple times. We'll see if they're able to get a huge win in Buffalo, a really tough place to get a win. Also, I want to say the Falcons and the Panthers lost today. So at least the Buccaneers have full control of the NFC South by more than a game, which, if things don't go right in the second half of the season, if you can still manage to win the division, you'll still host a playoff game that will still give you a good way and a good route into the Super Bowl. But for right now, they look like a team where it's not clicking on all cylinders for an entire game. Certainly all 3 units can't find it together at once. They got the pieces to be really good, but they got to put it out there on the field. Let's see if they work themselves back into shape after a game under their belt post-bye week.